class. We will begin chapter 11, customer driven marketing. Just want to start as always to discuss what you will learn when you get through this chapter. The objectives of this particular chapter includes defining marketing. It also spends a little time discussing the evolution of the marketing concept. Number three, we're going to describe not for profit or non-profit marketing and non traditional marketing. We're going to outline the basic steps in developing a marketing strategy. We're going to describe the marketing research and discuss market segmentation. Number seven, we're going to summarize consumer behavior, and we're going to wrap up this chapter with discussing relationship marketing. So one thing we have to get started and we have to get straight is what is marketing, what is the purpose of it, so that we can, everything's going to build on this knowledge. Marketing is going to be a process of creating, communicating, and delivering value to customers for managing customer relationships. In my way of thinking, it is the way that you can get your product or your service communicated and delivered to your customer. It is a way to manage relationships, and it is also, most importantly, for the benefit of the organization and its stakeholders. So the process that marketing does spring off of is discovering what unmet customer need. And that could be a number of things. It could very well be something that's already been done but not done well. But mainly we're gonna tap into that unmet customer need, and we're gonna do some research to determine what market is most best suited for this product or service. And we're gonna find a way to produce a good or service that's going to be what they want to that target market. So marketing really does allow you to find out who needs it, find out where they are and what kind of need they have, and also give you the tools you need to promote and develop pricing and distribution strategies for that good or service. So marketing is a very important process. One thing I do want to make very, very clear is marketing is not selling. Many people think marketing and selling are synonymous, but marketing is the first step. And I would say, I am not a marketing professional, but I can tell you this: no product will ever be sold if it's not marketed first. If you don't develop a strategy, if you don't have a market, if you don't have a product that they are even have a knowledge of, and you don't have a pricing for that product, it's very important that marketing is the overall process, and sales is just one component of that. How marketing creates utility. Utility is the power of a good or service to satisfy a need or want. Not everything that's marketed out there is something that we need. A lot of marketing currently as it exists does spend a lot of time on what you may desire, and that's your wants. But it does create a time utility by making a good available when a customers will want to purchase it. That's very important in marketing. So it's not so much having the good product, which you want, and having to satisfy a need, but the time. You've got to have it just when they want it. And it's very, very, very tricky for organizations to time it right. Sometimes they don't time it well, and they do poorly. And we have many examples of that. But also, you want to make sure the product is right where they need it. So not only having a good product, but having it where they need it and when they need it. And then also, it is the ability to get it to them in some orderly way. Sometimes it's online. Sometimes it's through a store that's located close by a certain demographic area that you're trying to reach. But in the end, we want to get them their product. We want to make certain that we have a product that they need and they want, when they want it, how they want it, and the place where they can get it. The evolution of the marketing concept. Looking at this little diagram, we're going to start at the bottom. And we're talking about the production and sales and marketing and relationship. And you can see with this little bar here where the high and low concepts, a long time ago they were really pretty much believed that all you got to have is a good product and it'll sell itself. You don't have to worry about any marketing. It's not important. All you got to do is have the best product, the good product, and it will sell itself. And that was in so much in the 1900s. Well, we're coming to see that is not true. The next step is sales. Creative advertising and selling will overcome consumers' resistance and convince them to buy. That's the seller's concept. And although it has some truth to it, which I firmly believe, it is certainly not the emphasis at this point. When you're talking 2009 and 2010, and now we're in 2014. But you need to understand that, because that's where the whole process has been evolving, and we're being shifting as we move from the 1900s to now the millennium. The next step here is going to be the customer's king. Find a need and fill it. Now, this has been, I would say, the most successful aspect of the concept, because it still works. It truly still works. If you know what a customer wants, you know how to give it to them, and you know where to get it to them, I tell you this, you'll be far more successful now than you've ever been, simply because it is an extremely important concept that works most of the time. There come a time now, we're in the year 2014 and moving 2015, customers are starting to be much more proactive and involved in these processes, which means that relationship in turn now is the next step of the marketing concept. Long-term relationships lead to success. Many, many years ago, marketing, the marketing that as I understood it, has always been customer is king, which I believe is absolutely emphatically true. But people are more engaged in their process of purchasing. They are much more educated. They have much more resources available to them. And as a result, they are much more willing to say, I want more than what you're giving me. Relationship has become, I would say, a vital piece of the marketing concept in this day. The reason is because of the flexibility of consumers to research, their ability to compare competitors with their product, their price hunting, their knowledge of what they need, and their level of sophistication. That being said, it has become clear that the customer is king, find a need and fill it may not necessarily be enough. That being said, now we're looking at relationships. Organizations are starting to see that once we determine what a need is and we build upon that, the most logical thing to do is to continue to work with, continue to evaluate, and to continue to develop their relationships with their customers in such a way that they are able to anticipate a need long before one is obvious. So relationships has become the emphasis as of today. The emergence of the marketing concept. Company-wide consumer orientation to promote long-term success. What we want is to continue to have a successful company. We want our products to be desired. We want our prices to be sufficiently fair that we can earn a profit and the people that we want to sell to can buy them. So we're looking really at a long-term view of how our product is going to fit in this whole framework. It's more than just getting that one-time sale, which was maybe the emphasis of find a need and you fill it kind of role. It's more of a evolving thing. What we can do to help our customers and to build those relationships and to make certain that our needs for profit definitely does not conflict with our ability to give our consumers what they need. We're constantly analyzing what they need. We're constantly looking at analyzing things from a different point of view. It becomes quite complicated sometimes because we want to make certain that we're using the right tools to determine whether or not our needs for profit, meeting the needs of our customers, are being satisfied. So it's always that engaging process. And I don't think that marketing is a one-time all. I think it's always evolving and changing depending on the demographics, depending on the needs of the economy, and all these other variables that somewhat cannot be controlled by any one organization. But we also want to make certain that we understand that sometimes the seller's market may not be to our advantage right now. We may have to deal understanding that there's going to be a buyer's market. And it's very, very important that we understand what's going on in the marketplace and we govern our organization and our marketing plan accordingly. Now, nonprofit marketing can be a little different, but the bottom line is we're trying to reach a group of individuals. We want to find ways that we can apply our message to accomplish our mission. Now, again, the marketing strategy may not very well be for profit. It may very well be for a good mission, a good process. One organization, for example, has infomercials and they talk about how they are helping individuals who are homeless. And what they can do is to show what they have done, how they've done it to promote awareness, to promote some type of understanding among individuals so that they can extend their organizational reach to individuals who are in need or who have the ability to assist us with our mission. But the main point here is that we've got a number of nonprofit organizations, quite a number, 20 million, as of the printing of this book, and they operate in both private and public sectors. Sometimes they even work with profit-seeking companies to promote their message. But at the end of the day, marketing is not simply for profit-seeking organizations. Nonprofits have used marketing and for relationship building for many years and will continue to do so. Now, this little circle that you're looking at is just non-traditional marketing, organization marketing, cause marketing, place marketing, Major League Baseball or event marketing, or person marketing. And again, we're not talking about just these segments, but we're talking about ways that we can reach people to achieve our goals in non-traditional ways. We're talking about Facebook now. I mean, this is not here. This chapter, I don't think is going to go into Facebook, but social media has been, I would consider, a non-traditional marketing strategy or one or tool that is currently in place to market, to use marketing and marketing. And what I think is most important is it's non-traditional right now, but I'm thinking as technology and as social media becomes more and more important part of an individual consumer's life and lifestyle, um, Facebook and social media will not be non-traditional marketing. Developing a marketing strategy. Now, I'm not going to compare a business plan with a marketing strategy because a marketing strategy should be part of a business plan. But what a business plan does, it gives you a very, very broad picture of the organization and what it intends to do, its goals and its mission, and the tools it employs to achieve that. What the marketing strategy does is similar to that. It does help you analyze your market. It gives you some tools that you'll need and who to choose from in that market. So when we're talking about a marketing strategy, we're talking about how can we analyze and study a potential market and choose which market would be best for this product. We want to create a marketing mix that will satisfy that chosen market. Again, studying potential markets is the first step. Why? Because you don't just want to scatter all of your resources and not really understand which market would work best for your product. You really want to make certain that your potential target that you choose is going to make certain that your message is clear and rewards you. Selecting the target market. And a target market is going to be the people that you believe your goods or services is designed to satisfy their preference or their need. So it's, for example, a target market in a very broad sense would be for Gerber baby food would be new parents. And what they'll do is they'll target hospitals or they'll target some demographics, what areas have the biggest population growth, things of that sort, to find out who and how to get to those individual people who would be most certainly able to buy their product. Another target market would be fast food, would be students maybe, or families in the area would want to buy food that's quick and easy. Working parents may want to do that. Or you could say a target market for a supermarket would be the people within their little community, and you would make certain that the people in that area would like the type of services or the type of products that your supermarket would actually offer for sale. Again, the most important thing about a product, a target market, is your selection process. You want the group of individuals that you believe would actually need the products that you want, that you can satisfy that need. So I would say target market is that group of individuals that you are selecting. They truly have to be representative of what you believe they need and what you believe that they will buy, given the price that you're willing to sell. The types of markets is going to be business to consumer, which is the B2C, and the business is going to be the B2B, business to business. And again, with the consumer to business or the business to consumer, it's going to be purchased by the end users. Meaning, if I'm going to purchase some products from, I would say, a hair supply shop, that end user is going to be me, and that business is going to be Sally's, for example. Sally's is going to be marketing solely to women. For the most part, I would say 95% of their market share, their market group of individuals is going to be women. Maybe 5% will be men. Um, and of those individuals, they are going to be targeting them who I would say prefer to do their own hair as opposed to going to a stylist for hair products. Now, again, business to business would be Walmart doing business with another organization that has their products that they will actually put on their shelves and sell to the end consumer, i.e., you or I. And that type of business is definitely important because these are goods that they get from, I would say, Shea Moisture is one organization, or from Pantene is another organization that works with these companies. And they will work with them for a product that they can purchase and use, and then they put those products on their shelves for resale to consumers like individuals, you and me. Now, again, this is all a part of a big target market, and again, targeting your market and knowing the types of markets is important when you're when you're marketing your product. Now, there's another piece to this. It's the marketing mix, and it's going to be the strategies that's going to make sure the needs, that's going to fit those needs and preferences to a specific market. This is more narrowing down the strategy so that it can be extremely specific to that target group that you believe is going to best meet or best be satisfied by the products or services that you're providing. Product strategy is one, distribution that's another, promotional and pricing are others. And the product strategy involves the product itself, the way it looks, the name, the image, possibly maybe a trademark. And we can name a many organizations that are really the nature of the product is really just standing behind their trademark, which could be the McDonald's. That's their trademark. You know McDonald's by the burgers that they sell, by the incredibly tasty French fries that they sell as well. The distribution strategy is how we're going to get the quantities in the right times, in the right locations. So it's very important how much of a product that we have and the proper quantities of that product and getting it that place at that right time. Very, very important, because it's no sense in having a good product, having the right amount of it, and then taking so long or having a complicated strategy to get these items or these products to the locations where we know it's going to be sold. So the distribution strategies are a very key part of the marketing mix. The promotional strategy is going to be, again, selling, which we know is not all marketing. Selling is just one part of the marketing process. But it also includes advertising. And you can see advertising on social media. You can see advertising on television. You see advertising on billboards, whether they are electronic, using information technology, or just pictures showing a different product, and do you want this product? Where those promotional items go, whether it be advertising or personal selling or just sales promotions in a sense of sales, buy one get one free, that type of thing, really depends on your target and the product that you intend to sell. But the goal is going to be to inform people about it, and or in the end, persuade them to buy. So it's a promotional strategy is going to be where you're going to have to use all of your skills of the distribution and the product strategy and the pricing to ensure that at the end you get an informed individual who is fully persuaded to purchase your product. The pricing strategy is important as well, because we want to make certain that the product that we sell is going to obviously be affordable to the target that we want to sell it to. But more than that, we want to make a profit. So the pricing strategy is going to be make sure that setting the profitable and justifiable prices for a product. And sometimes, depending on the product that's being sold, if a government scrutiny is going to be involved, that's going to be important too. But generally speaking, government involvement is going to be minimal. It's going to be depending on the product that you're selling. But for the most part, the general products out there are going to be really based on how much can we afford to sell this product for and still have a profit. Now, marketing mix for international. Again, before I even get into international, the most important thing I think when you're talking about the marketing mix is knowing how each piece fits together to get that product in the hands of those who need it, who want it, and who are willing to buy it. So the marketing mix is a very important part. Each segment has its own areas of emphasis, but they work together as a unit, not separate, disjointed pieces, but all working together, identifying the need, meeting the need, and pricing it in sufficient way that the individuals or customers that you want get it in the way they want it when they want it. So the international markets, you definitely have to consider standardization. You have to consider adaptation, and you're going to have to consider mass customization. Again, this making certain that the product is, the market mix is the same. You're going to have to make certain that there's going to be some standardization. It's going to be important when you're dealing with markets because you're going to have to do your homework and understand the country in which you're doing business, how the people there think, what they desire, how they want to see it, and not only that, but the mechanism by which they can get the product that you're trying to deliver in a price that they can afford. So extraordinary care needs to be taken when researching an organization, when researching a particular market that's outside of the borders, outside of your nation's borders. The adaptation is you're going to have to make certain that that's social, that you consider the government regulations, you're going to consider the conditions that's currently existing in the local market before you just jump right in. But you're going to also have to make certain that the consumer preferences are very much understood where you intend to target your products or service. Mass customization allows you to produce goods and services while adding additional features. And again, you're a well-established firm, and you are at this point where you're able and willing to take that leap to going outside your nation's borders into another country. That being said, you're going to have to know how and how to provide that service, but also add an extra touch to it that you may not necessarily have to do in your own country simply because of competition or maybe the consumer preferences or legal regulations by the specific governments. Marketing research. Very, very important. I think many organizations use marketing research because they want to be able to collect sufficient information to determine what direction they want to take their marketing strategy, how far they want to go with the strategy in relationship to their product that they are going to provide. So on the AC Nielsen is one area. I mean, they also use primary data through observation and surveys, which you never can discount because they're very important information that you can gather. But also, you can also work with published data from trade organizations, advertising agencies, and research firms. But the main point of all of this, knowing who you're targeting, how you're going to target them, and using that information through your evaluation process to make marketing decisions, making decisions on how and who and what product would best serve a particular target market. And you'll find that depending on what area of the country you live, that may very well show what products will be sold by one firm. One firm may not market their products in California, but they may market their products in Florida or on the eastern seaboard of the United States. So, the marketing research is going to tell you it's more profitable for you to market your product on the east versus on the west. We'll market a different product to the west. Why? Because of the demographics, because of the weather conditions, because of the consumer preferences, because of regulations and laws. A lot of things go into this. So one organization may take two lines of their product and market them completely different given the research that they have gathered and the information that they observed over a period of time. So marketing research is important because no money is wasted. Well, no money is thrown away, that you will reap some benefit of your research and you can make the best decision given that data. Data mining is another way, and I think it's important, and that is a more of a statistical type of thing, and because it's looking at customer data and it's trying to detect patterns and relationships. Why does it do that? Why does it care? Well, because if you can use data mining to predict why people do what they do and how they do what they do and the patterns of those, you can absolutely assure yourself that the decision to market your product will be more effective. And what we want in the end is an effective marketing strategy that gives us what we're looking for: increased sales, building relationships, and then essentially being able to predict a need before the consumer actually realizes they have a need. And that's important for competition. It's important for building your relationship. It's important to always know how to find out what your consumers need before they actually tell you what they need. I mean, in fact, I think the most proactive approach is to be able to use data mining in that way. Now, it's not one safe solution, but it's one of many tools that can be used to ensure that you are in front of your competition when you're dealing with a product sale or marketing your product to different areas of the country and outside of your borders. Business intelligence is another way which I think is important as well. But it's using technology, gathering information to make competitive decisions. And again, we want to make the best use of our money, our resources, our time, so that the more information that we are able to gather and interpret and make decisions, the better off the organization will be. Because again, marketing is a cost and it will be passed on to your consumers. So we want to use that money wisely. Market segmentation, dividing markets into several groups just so that you can best market to them. The criteria will be a measurable group. It will be accessible for communication, and it will be large enough to offer a potential for profit. And again, we're not talking about being perfect at this, but what we want to do is make certain that we use information in a way that gives us the best competitive advantage. And again, we're talking demographic, we're talking geographical, we're talking psychological, we're talking product oriented or related. And again, we're talking from a business to business, we're talking demographics, we're talking about end user, what the end users are going to get out of this product that we're trying to sell. So, or we're trying to market to them. So using this information, it's important because it makes the marketing strategy work. It makes it more effective. Now, we're not going to say that every time you market a product, you're going to get sales, but we are going to say that when you're marketing correctly and you're using your strategy and you're using the marketing mix in the right way, you are far more likely to generate the sufficient sales and customer relationship management, customer relationship building that will assure your company of the most effective use of its marketing resources. And here are just some ideas of how and what segmentation is doing and what its goals are. We're going to divide it into different places, different locations. That's geographic. We're going to segment it based on demographics, age, gender, income, household size, lifestyle. Where are these people in their lifestyle? Are they older, over 50? Are they between 25 and 35? Are they young teens? Are they college students? Very important information depending on the kind of services that you're trying to provide or the products that you're trying to market. And then we're going to talk about the psychographic. Again, what's their value? What do these individuals or these groups of people value most? How do they live? And it's important information because we want to make certain that our product is directed at the people and the places and the times that's most effective for our reach. That was going to reach us, reach these individuals, reach these market groups, and we're going to get the most out of our marketing efforts. Product related segmentation. Again, how do they like a product? And again, we're talking, for example, today we're talking now natural movement. More people are not using chemical processes and colors and alike. So an organization like a Shea Moisture organization or Pantene will say we're more conscious of your needs to use products that will not dry your hair, will not hurt your hair. We're using less sulfates. We're using no sulfates. We're using conditioning shampoos. All of these types of things will help build a relationship with a group of individuals who are concerned about the health of their hair, are concerned about what they do, what kind of ingredients are in their products that they use. And again, this is all about getting the best information and using it to the advantage of you giving an individual or a group what they need, the way they need it, and in a way that provides you the sufficient profit. So you're using your marketing efforts to increase your number of customers, but also not increasing the cost that will be borne onto them. So you're effectively using your marketing costs in the way that's most effective and has the most